I'd like to say a massive thank you for having me. My name is Coach K. I'm an international certified business coach and a serial investor. I'm super excited, and I would like to thank Mr. Bayomi for the opportunity to be here and the leaders of this platform. I'm going to be sharing with you an amazing opportunity that will change and take our financial portfolio to the next level. And the name of this opportunity has to do with Alya Finance. For me, I'm super excited about this opportunity for a lot of reasons. The number one most important reason for me is that capital security. For the purpose of capital security, because I'm not interested in getting into ventures that my capital security is in question. Number two, capital security. I find it an act of insincerity with myself for me to be looking for opportunity to make more money while I'm not sensitive to do my risk analysis to be sure that it's a project I can put my name on and I can be sure that it will increase my financial portfolio. With the due diligence I've done personally on this project, I'm boldly to say here that this is one project that definitely will change our financial portfolio. And why? Number one, major reason for me is some of the roadmaps. Some of the roadmaps of this project are totally and exceptionally revolutionary. They're bringing amazing solutions. And as we go through the slides, I'm going to be talking about them as we move on. But let's look at this slide. He said, what is Alya token? Alya token is at the heart of the Alya project. It says this token resides on the Binance Smart Chain network, on which the ecosystem is built. It says Alya token is a crypto asset with a well-established auto ecosystem that will prevent coin inflation and guarantee sustainability of the Alya project. One thing I need you to know is that this particular project, there are going to be several platforms, several revolutionary solutions, and the token we're going to be using on all platforms is this same Alya. There are many other projects out there that they just only have one problem. Sorry, they are solving only one problem and they only have one platform. But in our own case, this Alya token will be used for different platforms, different amazing platforms. And I'm going to be discussing that with you in detail as we go on. It says the Alya token is a crypto asset with a well-established auto ecosystem that will prevent coin inflation and guarantee sustainability of the Alya project. This is a project I can tell you, and I can beat my chest that they have actually done a great job by thoroughly thinking about the current market that we have right now and the way to be able to ensure that there's no depreciation in value of the token. The Alya token auto ecosystem is created based on a 5% taxation. It says this taxation is carried out in a completely decentralized manner without the need of any human interaction in every transaction. Let me break that down. I'm excited about what I'm about to discuss with you right now. Why? You need to note that there's a 5% taxation. Either you are buying Alya or you are selling Alya. What is this 5% deducted from your Alya used for? Number one, 2% of it is used for what we call the holders bonus. If you have Alya in your wallet, you suddenly realize that as somebody is buying or selling Alya, the number of Alya you have is increasing. So 2% for holders bonus. 1% out of that 5% taxation is going for Alya care. The last 2% is something that is of great interest to me and I'm super excited about. It is for what we call the auto bonding. We will go straight to the total supply of the token. The total supply of this particular token is 205 million. For me, as an individual, for me to do any project that has more than 500 million as total supply, it is either it's a first layer project or that the utility of that project, it's something out of this world. One of the ways I pick my project, I'm not saying that a project of 5 billion will not do well, but for me, There are several projects out there, so I minimize the project I expose myself to. So one of the things I look at is the total supply of the project, the utility of the project, and the community around the project. So here, you can see that the total supply of this token is 205 million. And don't forget, I told you about the 5% taxation. 2% out of that 5% is for auto bonding. 30th of March, 5 million was bond. 30th of June, another 5 million was bond. And more recently, 1 million was bond. So when you look at it cumulatively, 11 million has been bond. So when you minus 11 million from the current total supply that the former total supply that we have, you will see that 11 million has been depleted from this. So we have 194 million. And if you understand the fundamental principle of economics, it talks about demand and supply. I was discussing something with someone and I told him, I said, either you respect gravity, whether you believe in gravity or not, either you respect it or not, it does not respect anybody. If you throw somebody up, the person will come down. And the same thing with the fundamental principle of economics. When there is huge demand, consistent huge demand, and consistent depletion of supply, decrease in supply, there will definitely be value appreciation. There will definitely be price appreciation. And that is what is already taking place in this project. And that's what is going to happen in this project. So the total supply before now was 205 million. And I said, now we have 194 million. Guess what? Out of the total supply, 65.2%, 65.26%, which is 133,800,000, is already locked up in the Alya smart contract, only to be produced by the proof of active method for 5 periods. For 5 periods, talking about 5 years. And that's something amazing. Please, can you mute everyone? Something amazing of great note. It means that if you and I, as miners, when we become miners on this platform, it is only the miners that can mine this 65.26% to make it available in the liquidity. If it's not mined, it's not available. So this can only be available by the number of miners that are mining the Alya token and bringing it into liquidity. It says okay, we'll go to the next slide. Let's move to the next slide. Okay, here you can actually see the token economy. You see the spread of the total supply. 65.27 here is supposed to be 65.26. It's for mining. Pre-sale 7.32, liquidity 7.32. You can see how it's been broken, the 100% of the total supply, how it's been broken. But I don't want to concentrate on this. Let's move to the roadmap. And I'm going to be discussing in details when we go here. But let's take this slide. This slide talks about 65.26% of the total supply of the Alya token, which is 133,800,000, is locked up with a smart contract to be produced in 5 periods through the Alya mining. So this 65.26%, which is 133,800,000, can only be available through mining. It says this mining part is completely decentralized, not controlled by CEO, not controlled by any individual. It is decentralized, controlled by the market itself, controlled by the miners. It says it is tied to a random mathematical formula in the smart contract. Thanks to this method, issues such as which award will come, when and how many awards will come in a day has been taken out of the control of everyone. I mean, everyone, the CEO, the developers. And something of note that I need to share with every one of you. Guess what, guys? This is not a project that was given to some people through Zoom and they're in China, to some developers that are in India, or to some developers by, what's it called now? This platform. It's a freelancer platform. No, this is not one of such projects. The developers of this project are in-house developers that have been on the bill of the CEO. The CEO has been paying them for the past 2 years. I must say something of note. One of the excitement I have for this project also is based on the integrity of the CEO. He is a man of integrity. He's a man in which I'm super excited about. and I'm proud to be associated with him. And guess what, guys? One thing that you need to know is that he's someone that is already a multimillionaire in dollars, sorry, in euro, even before venturing into this project. I need to give you a little bit cap of him. Originally from Turkey, but has been living for the past 12 to 15 years in Austria. He lives and resides in Austria. So he's a successful businessman in the traditional space, talking about traditional businesses, not in the crypto projects. So his years, he has spent more outside the crypto space. He's been involved in one or two communities, projects and all that, but not project of his own. So this is his own personal first project ever. So let's move on. Let's move to the next slide, please. Here you have my last slides today, but I'm going to be discussing a lot here. The Alya Care, we get 1% from the 5% taxation to fund the Alya Care. And what is the Alya Care all about? It is a strategic foundation of this project, focusing on something very massive, very unique, very massive, very unique. You see, someone is saying I should drop the name of the CEO. The name of the CEO is Sinan AY. I spell S-I-N-A-N-A-Y. Sinan AY. Okay. So that's the name of the CEO. So you can actually do your own personal research on it, do your due diligence on the CEO if you want to. I'm particular about who the CEO of any project I'm going to be going into. I'm particular about the integrity of the CEO, so that it's important. He's the driver of the project. So we want to be sure who we are following and who is leading on the project. So this Alya Care is strategic. Why? Because we have partnership with United Nations. We have a strong partnership with Red Cross. We have a strong partnership with UNICEF. Why? Because the foundation is focusing on helping children with special needs, helping children with special needs. And we've already donated thousands of dollars already, helping a lot of children in Africa, in Turkey, in Asia. That already is ongoing. And I asked you, I said, why this foundation? How does it correlate to helping the token? He went on to tell me that it is quite strategic, that most of the organizations that they are partnering with are organizations in which most of the billionaires of this world also partner with. And before you know what is going on, it is bringing recognition and putting us in that international space. He went on to share a lot of letters from UNICEF, official letters from UNICEF, United Nations, Red Cross, based on our donations, and our names being our appreciation, with our name being written on this Twitter handles of this organization, rightly giving us a global picture and a brand, which is awesome. And I understand the system of leverage, attaching yourself to already established platform, which is awesome. So that's what that is all about, the Alya Care. The Alya Swap is one of the things on our roadmap yet to be done. The Alya Exchange yet to be done. The Alya Fund has been developed. The first phase of the Alya Fund has been developed, but not yet released. Hopefully, it should be released during our first international event. If not that, hopefully, I believe that before the year runs out, it will be released. That is awesome. If time permits, I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to be sharing my screen to talk about Alya Finance once I'm done talking about Alya Trading. I'm going to be talking about Alya Trading right now. Alya Trading is the next thing to be launched on our roadmap. And I would like to digress a little bit. Every one of you hearing me on the call, I say congratulations to you. Either someone invited you, you need to say thank you to the person that invited you. Why? Because you are early in this project. The Alya Trading bot is going to be our first major roadmap on this project. So you are early on this project, and I tell you the truth, the journey is going to be a mind-blowing experience. I'm going to be sharing incentives with you, how you intend to make a lot of money in this project and how that is possible. But let me talk to you about a revolutionary solution in this space. Talking about the AI Alya Trading bot. Why is this unique? Bots are not unique. A lot of people have been using bots before now, but what makes this Alya bot different? If you agree with me, a lot of people have been using bots before now, but most of the bots that are in existence, you need to pay for those bots before you can access the service of this bot. Most of this bot, it is pay before service. But the Alya trade bot, it is pay after service. That means it is free. What you are going to be paying is as a result of the job in which the bot has done for you. So, number one, how does the Alya trade bot works? Number one step, you fund your Binance wallet. The minimum capital you can start with to fund your Binance wallet is $10. You fund your Binance wallet with any amount of your choice, but let it not be less than $10. So once you are funded, you will go to the Alya trade platform and register. The Alya trade platform will soon be, I think, should be ready with myself and some few other leaders. I think 30 of us or 29 of us should be testing it by next week, Monday, from next week, Monday, just 2 days from now. And guess what, guys? This particular platform was put together in conjunction with Binance team, was built by our team, but because of proper integration and the partnership we're having with Binance, the final stages was done by the teams, the technical teams of both companies. I need to let you know also, just less than 7 nights ago, we got our official account, our brokerage official account from Binance. That means we have a strong partnership with Binance. And Binance went on to do their own due diligence before this approval was given. And just in case you're also not aware, we have one of the best auditors in the space as the auditor of this project. We're talking about Septic. Septic is the auditor of this project. And in case you do not know about them, Septic is not one of those auditors in this space that you can actually be able to get them to audit your project with just money. Even when you still pay for the audit, they do their own due diligence and look at your project to tell you if they will be interested in taking up your project or putting their logo on your white paper to say they're the one that they have audited your project. They don't pick anyhow project. You can actually Google it. We're in information age. Check this information I just shared with you. So that is of great note. And guess what? Still talking about the Alya trading bot. You fund your Binance wallet with anything above $10. You register on the trade platform. There, the API is connected to your wallet. One thing I love about this is that you do not need to give your money to someone, or you do not need to pay to any trading platform or any MPT form account, MP4 account, trading account, for it to trade on your behalf. There's nothing like that. You are in control of your money. You are funding your Binance wallet. You're not giving your money to anybody, because the fear of losing money is one of the greatest fear a lot of people have, and you cannot blame them. A lot of individuals have gotten their hands burnt with different investment vehicles. But guess what, guys? In this case, you're in control of your capital. You'll be involved in every activity. You can see your money per second. Then guess what? Then the bot starts trading for you. Once the bot takes the first trade and makes XYZ profit, let's assume that the bot takes the first trade and make $100 for you. You need to pay the Alya trading platform $30, because $30 out of $100 is 30% of the $100. But you are not going to be paying in USDT. Remember, you funded your Binance wallet with USDT, but now you are going to be buying $30 worth of Alya, and you are going to be funding your trading Alya platform with that $30. If the bot and the connection sees that you have not made that payment, the bot will not take the second trade for you. I repeat, the first trade will be free. But after the first trade, you need to pay 30% of your profit, not in USDT, but in Alya. That's going to bring, that brings a strong utility of Alya. I give you an illustration. Let me open your mind, everyone. Imagine that we have 10,000 users or even 1,000 users. And on the average, some people are doing $10,000, some people are doing $5,000, some people are doing $500. But let's see on the average, everybody trading on that platform, we have on the average $500. Everybody funded the account $500, and we're 10,000 individuals using the bot. Imagine we have just 2% profit. Before we do the calculation, look at 500 times 10,000. So when you do that, you see that we're going to be having $500,000. When you look at $500,000, look at the profitability. You see that at 2% profit on one single trade, we have a minimum of $10,000. When you look at $10,000, that means that $10,000 profit, we all now need to check how much is it by 30%. That means 30% of that $10,000, we need that quantity of Alya needs to be bought in the first single trade. What that means is that the demand of Alya consistently will increase. Imagine out of the 15 trades in a single day that 7 of it or 8 of it was in profit. That means you're going to times that by 10. Imagine the quantity of Alya that needs to be bought in a single day. And that is continuous demand of Alya. And don't forget what I told you, the fundamental principle in economics is demand and what? And supply. So as long as the utility increases, the demand for Alya increases, and the depletion in the total supply of Alya, there will be price appreciation. And what you and I are looking forward to is massive price appreciation of this project. Just in case you're not aware, guys, just 10 days, between 9 or 8 days ago, the price of Alya was just 19 cents. And guess what? It has been increasing and increasing till where we are right now. It's fluctuating between this same price and a little bit above. But I know eventually we're going to stabilize and move to the extent in which you can be experiencing $1 in this project. So if you're here on this call, I want to encourage you to do your best quickly to ensure you start buying Alya. Then let's now move to the other incentives that is possible on this project. I'm going to be sharing a back office of an account with you for us to have a practical understanding of what is possible on this project. My belief is that the interest of every investor is to make a very high ROI on their investment. So if you are that investor that you're looking for a way to increase your financial portfolio, to take your financial portfolio to the next level, I'm here to let you know that this is one of such projects that you can consider. So if you can see my screen, kindly type 1, please. Can just 2 people give me 1 in the chat room? That way I know you can see my screen. Thank you. That's enough. Thank you so much, Mr. Obafemi.
I can see it.
So here you can be able to see.
I can see your screen.
Thank you so much, sir. Here you can see the price right now is 41. Here you can see the rank of this particular account. Here you can be able to copy the referral link, copy RF URL. You can copy the referral link here. Here you see the Whirlpool bonus. Here you see the mining bonus. Here you see the total mining amount. Here you see the Alya balance. So this is the first page. And here you can see that this account has qualified to enter to the 10th generation. When it comes to the incentives in this project, it's one of the best sustainable projects ever. That's why this project will stand the test of time. Let me talk to you guys that are good in marketing and good in leverage. They do not give commission on the capital of people that you bring into the business. One other ways that we get incentives and reward in this business is for you to buy Alya and stake your Alya for mining. You stake your Alya for mining. That means you buy Alya, stake it in the back office, and you start mining Alya. So you get Alya reward. And what Alya reward you get in 30 days? You get between 11% to 15% Alya reward every 30 days. And it is based on the blockchain. Sometimes for 2 days, your Alya might not increase. But all of a sudden, 2-3 blocks could drop because this is real mining. It's not those kind of platforms, they say they are mining and you cannot trace those blocks. You can't trace the mining. This is real mining. And in case you're not aware, do you know that in this business, you can do your mining yourself? What you have here at the back office, what we call pool mining. But you yourself with your own system, you can be doing your own personal mining. And if you want to do that, you need to buy minimum of 500 Alya, but you need to have power. So that will be your responsibility. In order to take those unnecessary pain off you having a system. But if you're interested, just get ready to buy a minimum of 500 Alya, and you can be supported and set up for you to be mining personally. Then you also now need security so that your system is not hacked, because that is all that you get with pool mining. So what you are seeing right now, the back office here, is a platform for pool mining. So the edict of security is off me. The edict of power is off me. All that goes to the organization. So you can see the username here. You can see your level. Your level means this account can now end to the 10th generation. The carrier is Emerald. The team stake on this account is 208,000 with a little fraction. So you can see it. Okay, let me show you something remarkable and interesting. Look at here. You can see level 1, level 2. So that means you can build your team to the extent in which you can be earning to the 10th generation. If there's any of you on this call that love leverage business, in case you are wondering what I mean by leverage business, that means you love the business of marketing. You love the business of creating awareness, the business of telling other people about a business that is very good. Give me 7. I have a big news for you guys, and it's for your ears only. Give me 7. I need 7 from 7 people. If not, I won't give you this secret. I won't give it to you if I don't get 7 from 7 people. Once I get 7 from 7 people, that's when I'm going to share. If I don't, I'll skip it and move to something else. This is not something CEO told me. This is something I discovered, that this is explosive. I only have 6. I need 7. Aha, now you have given it to me. Thank you so much. I wanted to be sure you are not sleeping. I wanted to be sure that you are listening. Look at this and look at it very well. For those of you that love to create awareness, you know, in this business, you can just be an investor. Put your money there. You are getting rewards on the tokens you have staked, on the Alya token you have staked. You are getting rewards on it. But guess what, guys? In level 1 here, look at the bonus. In level 2 here, look at the bonus. In level 3, look at the bonus. Till level 6, look at level 6. But let me tell you one interesting thing. The reason why you have not seen bonus in level 6, level 7, level 8 is because the blocks have not dropped. But I'm sure that between today and tomorrow, two different blocks are going to drop. Sorry about that. My lamp just fell. 2 different blocks are going to drop. And that is going to be massive. That will change the bonuses I've gotten here so far. It will take the bonuses to the next level. And what is that secret? I want to tell you. Listen hard. You see what you see here, don't take it for granted. What you see here, don't take it for granted. I'm building this deep to the extent I will build it to my 10th level. Then the total sales here, I want it to get to nothing less than 300,000 in each level. 300,000 in each level. And guess what is possible with that? That will take me to the level where I can be making a minimum of 1,000 Alya every day. I'll be getting a minimum 1,000 Alya in rewards every day. Brothers and sisters, imagine when Alya is $1. That means I'm earning a minimum of $1,000 every single day. I have done the calculation. And in case you are wondering if it is true, let me open your mind. You see, for the people, your total sales in your first generation, you get 6%. Second generation, you get 2%. Third generation, you get 5%. Fourth generation, I think you get 3%. Then the rest, you get 1%. Then afterwards, you start getting 0.5%. But something that is remarkable of great note that I need you to note is this. If you take the average of all the total earnings from level 1 to level 10, you can see an average of like 3%. Then now imagine that the total cumulative sales from your first level, the people in your first generation, second generation, third generation, to 10th generation, you have a minimum of 10 million. When you have a minimum of 10 million, that means you will be getting rewards of 3% on the total sales. You need to understand this. Let me explain again. The total sales from your first generation to 10th generation, when it gets to 10 million, Mine is going to get there because that's what I'm building. Even if yours does not get to 10 million, let's even use 1 million. If yours gets to 1 million, total sales, 1 million. One beautiful thing is the average of your revenue of levels from 1 to 10, let's put it at 3%. Guess what, guys? These total sales, they are giving returns between 11 to 15%, but let's take 10%. If it's 1 million, that means the revenue of rewards that comes is actually from 1 million is 100,000. Cumulatively, they are summing up. Then you that brought all of them, don't forget that we have brought it to the average from first generation to the 10th generation. We have brought it to 3%. You are going to get 3% of that 100,000, which brings you to how much? It brings you to 33,300. Now divide 33,300 by 30 to get daily payments. That brings you to what? It brings you to around 1,000 something. That means you will be getting 1,000 Alya every single day. If your total cumulative Alya in your team stake here is 1 million Alya. When you get to that level, that's the kind of massive incentives that start coming to you. Awesome. Awesome. Now imagine you can build and you're willing to build like me. This is a business of few weeks. We can build it to the level that the total of my first generation will get to 1 million. If it can get to 33, it can get to 100,000. If it can get to 100,000, it can get to 1 million. And if it gets to 1 million here, that means I'm getting 6%. They will get between 11 to 15%. I will get 6% or whatever they get. That is awesome. Imagine the volume of Alya of bonus. What we are doing right now is child's play. We're still scratching. Where we are headed is massive. For sake of time, I will not dwell much on it. But the day we have time, I will use board and I will draw. You will see it. We will do calculation. We will calculate it, use calculator. You will see that this thing I'm telling you is real and is achievable. Imagine, brothers and sisters, when Alya gets to $10 and $10 for one Alya, and you are getting that volume of like 10,000 Alya in a day, or minimum 1,000 Alya in a day, or you are getting 100 Alya in a day, or you are getting 10 Alya in a day, and Alya, one Alya is $10. Imagine the volume of Alya that is coming to daily. And that is possible in this project. This project is not a flashy project. It's not one of those projects that is so attractive that, okay, if you bring Mr. A puts 1 million into the business, they give you 10% of Mr. A's capital. No, they only pay out of people's reward. The people's capitals are intact. Why? Because when you stake your Alya at the back office, after the expiration of the staking duration, which is 6 months, you are going to get 100% of your Alya back. Aside the rewards that you have been getting every 30 days, between 11 to 15%, you still get your total capital back, total capital of Alya that you staked in back office after 6 months. You can either decide to restake it again. One thing I've been doing is I've been compounding. As they are giving me Alya, I'm compounding. I'm not withdrawing, I'm compounding. Why? Because I believe in the project and I'm looking at a big future. So I've explained this to you, but let's move forward. Here you can be able to see how this particular account kept on funding his Alya. He didn't wait for big money. Started with 300 Alya, moved to 327, moved to 373, moved to 1,000, moved to 640, and that's it. And that's how he got to this particular number of over 6,000 Alya. Okay, let's now go to bank. You deposit. How do you? That's when you want to fund your Alya. You connect your wallet. You see this wallet has 5 Alya. You just put the hair and click on deposit, and you'll see information. You confirm it on your wallet. The transaction is gone. You can be able to withdraw. Someone was saying many people, when they're involved in business, they want to find out, can I withdraw? I have tested it before, I've withdrawn. You can see the date. I withdrew 30 Alya, I withdrew 478 Alya, and it was not far. I think in less than 1 hour, it was confirmed and it was in my wallet. Okay. Let's now go to a very interesting place. This was what I was explaining to you, talking about level. When you are the one that invited someone, your first generation, your first referrer, you are the one that direct referrers. It's called your first generation, which is your first level. You will get 6% rewards from them. For what qualifies you to get 6% rewards from them is that you are a miner. And what qualifies you to be a miner in this project is that you must be able to buy a minimum of 100 Alya and stake it in the back office for mining. So you can see it here, it's ticked. Once you see this place turn to green, it means that this particular account has qualified for level 1 earning. And you can see 100%. See it here, greater or equals to 100 Alya, ticked. Sales, 0. That means you don't need to have team sales to qualify to earn in your first generation. You move to second level. What qualifies you and what do you earn in your first generation? 6%. Guys, I don't know about you. My dream, I desire is that my first generation should have 1 million Alya. Imagine your first generation has 1 million Alya and the rewards in 30 days is 10%. What it means is that 1 million Alya, 10% of 1 million Alya is 100,000. I will be getting 6% of 100,000. And guess what? 10% of 100,000 is what? Is 10,000 Alya. So that means I'll be getting 6,000 Alya, massive, in my first level. That is possible, guys. Dream, imagine, create the picture where we are headed is massive. Just from my first level, in 30 days, I can be getting 6,000 Alya. Break 6,000 Alya down in a single day. See the volume that is possible. That's my first generation. Let's move to your second level. Your second level is the people you brought in the first generation brought in. Sorry, guys, I have a visitor here. Say hi to everybody. Oh yeah, take my phone. Sorry, guys, my son is here. Ooh, sorry. Ife, please. No, come and pick it, please. Sorry, everyone. So we are in the second generation. So we're talking about second generation. What qualifies you to earn from second generation is when your personal Alya that you are staked in the back office is 250 Alya. With 250 Alya, you have ticked mine. Mine means what you are doing. Then sales is what your team is doing. Once you have a team cumulative sales of 2,000 Alya, you have qualified to benefit from your second generation. And what do you benefit? You get 5% of the rewards of your second generation. Then for you to qualify to earn from your third generation, you personally must be mining a minimum of 500 Alya, and your team must be doing 5,000 Alya. And guess what, guys? In your third generation, the total sales of that level, you will get 4%. And in the fourth level, what qualifies you to earn from your fourth generation is that you have 1,000 Alya at your back office mining. Then your team effort should be a minimum of 10,000 Alya. This account already has 308,573. And that's why you can see it's ticked. So what is in the bracket is what this account has done. Then you come here to the level 5. What qualifies you for level 5? And in level 5, you get 1% of that particular level. Excuse me. You must be mining 2,000 Alya, and your team must have done 20,000 Alya. You move to level 6. You get also 1% of that level. Your team here must have done 2,500 Alya. Sorry, you must have done 2,500 Alya, staked in the back office for mining, while your cumulative team sales should be 30,000 Alya or above. Then you come to level 7. For level 7, you must be mining 3,000 Alya, and the cumulative sales of your team should not be less than 45,000 Alya. You move to level 8, and in level 7, you get 0.5%. You might not even know all these people, but you are built deep. You can already see in a couple of weeks, I already have my team built to my 7th generation. And I can tell you that in the next 2 weeks, I will have people in my 10th generation. Now imagine what happens in the next 3-4 months, how massive the total sales would have been like. It's awesome. And also encourage your team and teach them how to compound. Keep on compounding. This is not time for you to see that the price is pumping and they want to sell. Compound, because the future of where we're going to $100 for one Alya. I look forward to that day, and it's going to happen. Okay, so let's look at level 8. We get 0.5% of that particular level, and what qualifies us to earn from that level is 3,500 Alya, and our team sales is 60,000 Alya. And we also now move to level 9. For level 9, you have 0.5% rewards for those on that particular level, and you must be mining 4,000 Alya, and you have the cumulative total sales of the team as 80,000. Let me say this, never say it's not possible. The first most important steps for success is your mindset. Once you say it is possible, you start seeing the possibility. The picture of possibilities will start coming to you. You start seeing what you need to do, how you need to do what you need to do for you to get to that level. And I tell you, one single person can make you get to this level. I've seen it happen again and again. And I tell you, it is possible here in this business. For level 10, you get 0.5% of this particular level. Imagine how deep our earning. This is massive, very deep, and so easy to do. You must be mining a minimum of 5,000 Alya. So if you're a leader here and you have the financial capacity and you want to build deep and you want to go far, you want to get to the toppest rank, plan quickly to have 5,000 Alya. You must be mining, you must have 5,000 Alya staked at the back office for mining. Then you can get to the last rank. It's very, very important. So this is with respect to earning to your 10th generation. So you must be mining 5,000 Alya, and your total cumulative sales should have hit 100,000 Alya. Okay, let's now move to career. This is another incentive here, which is massive. This is awesome, guys. So here you have career. The first career that you have is what we call starter. And what do you get when you qualify for starter? You get 1 share of the 2% whirlpool. Don't worry, before we round up, I will explain how you can calculate the whirlpool. I will show you how you can calculate yourself. So once a block drops today or tomorrow, you will see how that is possible. So let's move on. So what qualifies you to become to qualify for starter? You must be mining a minimum of 500 Alya, and your team is doing 5,000 Alya. Then you get 1 share of 2% whirlpool. Then you have silver. What qualifies you for silver? You must be mining a minimum of 1,000 Alya, and your team should have done 10,000 Alya. Then you qualify for 1 share of the 3% whirlpool. Then you become gold. For you to become gold, you must be mining 1,000 Alya, and your team should have done 15,000 Alya. Then you qualify for 1 share of the 4% whirlpool. For you to become platinum, which is the next rank, you must be mining 2,000 Alya staked for mining at the back office, while your team should have done 25,000 Alya. Then you qualify for 1 share of the 5% whirlpool. For ruby, you must be mining a minimum of 2,500 Alya, and your team should have done 50,000 Alya. Then you qualify for 1 share of the 6% whirlpool. Emerald, you must be mining a minimum of 3,000 Alya, then 2 people in your team, and they must be your first generation, people you brought in directly, they must have qualified for ruby. When you have 2 people under you, under your tree, and they are your direct team members, qualify for ruby, you become emerald when you have 3,000 Alya mining. Diamond. And here you're going to get 1 share of the 8% whirlpool. Then diamond, like I told you, once you see green means that person has qualified. When you see orange, it means the person is close to qualifying. When you see red, it means that the person still has some way to go. So here, this person is mining 6,247, but what is needed is 3,500. Then the next thing, you can see that this one is ticked. You must have in your first generation 1 ruby and 1 emerald. What is left for this person to qualify for diamond is emerald. Then again, you have blue diamond, and for diamond, you're going to be getting 1 share of the 12% whirlpool. Don't worry. When we get to ambassador, I will break it down and explain how that works. So for blue diamond, you need to be mining 4,000 Alya. Your first generation, you have 1 emerald, 1 diamond. Then you get 1 share of the 15% whirlpool. Mad. This is big, man. Then you come to black diamond. You must be mining a minimum of 4,500 Alya. First generation, you need to have 2 emeralds and 1 blue diamond. Then you become black diamond. And the last rank here is ambassador. And to become an ambassador, and sorry, in black diamond, you have 1 share of the 18% whirlpool. For ambassador, you must be mining 5,000 Alya. So with 5,000 Alya, you can enter your 10th generation, and you can also get to the last career rank. Remember that in your personal mining. So, but for ambassador, you must have 2 diamonds and 1 black diamond in your first generation. Then you become an ambassador. Let me show you how superb this particular incentive is. You go to reward. You see here block 230, block 230. On the 18th of this month, 2 blocks dropped. And when those 2 blocks dropped, see the incentives. The incentives that were shared for those 2 blocks, you can see them. See the figures, the rewards that came in. When they dropped, this was what was shared. And I need to also show you something. Let me sign out from here and show you something. When they are saying you are getting 1 share of this, it depends on the number of people that qualify for the rank. Let's go to ambassador. Let me use ambassador as an example for you to understand. When they say 1 share of the 22% whirlpool, if, for example, what was shared in the whirlpool is 5,000 Alya, what that means is 22% of 5,000 Alya is what? Is 1,100. Then you have how many people? 3 people as ambassador. It means that 3 people shared 1,100. So that means each ambassador got 3,066 Alya. And in that single day, 2 blocks dropped. So you times it by 2. They got each 733 Alya each. Now imagine when Alya gets to $10, what they would have got paid in a single day. And in a day, 3 blocks can drop. And in 1 week, two blocks can drop each. It depends on the community. That means they got as much as $7,333,000. That is the life. That is where we are headed, and the future that is ahead of us. This is massive. And the incentives will keep on increasing. And in closing, before questions, guys, guess what? When it comes to the trading bots, there is also another leverage incentives. You see this platform I just showed you is different from the trading bot platform. That one is also going to have its own website. It's different, and that one is also going to have incentives. That means team building, leverage incentives. It's awesome. As you are making money in this, in the same project, you are making money in this. And that's how they'll be introducing more use cases. Another use case they're likely to introduce, I'm praying they introduce it January next year or December this year, is the bidding platform. And I will close on this. This bidding platform is massive. You and I can bid for a house. We can bid for a car. We can bid for Bitcoin. Maybe a house is going for $100,000. We can get it for $50,000. Whoever has the unique bid wins. Several amazing solutions that we're going to be having. And when you win the bid, for example, they'll say, okay, we're all bidding for iPhone. Everybody's bidding for iPhone. And they say this iPhone is going for $1,000. They said, okay, this iPhone, the original price actually is $2,000, but the bidding price is whoever is going for $500. Then they now say, okay, everybody, for you to qualify to bid, you all pay 1 Alya. So every one of us will pay 1 Alya. Imagine all over the world, everybody dropping 1 Alya for the system. That has brought a use case. Then whoever now wins, and maybe is to pay $500 instead of a $2,000 worth of phone. Guess what? is going to be buying Alya to pay. It's not going to pay in USDT. It's going to pay in Alya. Strong use case. Amazing. Because what it's all about is a project become massively successful based on use cases. And you know, one thing I love about it, these use cases are not abstract. There are things you and I can relate with. There are things people really want. Everybody wants to buy cheap things. Everybody wants to get things in auction for cheaper prices. People will rush into it. Everybody loves bots because we want the bot to trade for us, and we're making 2% every day, 3% every day, 5% every day. We want to be making massive money. Guess what? In case you're not aware, I'm part of the tester beta version testing team. And already right now, there's another upgrade that's coming even in the beta version. But there's a particular one that we have been using. Do you know that we have done 65% already from 1st of August on the capital as I speak with you? Bros, by the end of the month, we would have done 100% or more than 100% of the capital. That is massive. That means if you put $5,000, that means in a month you can be seeing $10,000 or more. Do you know what this means? When this goes on for 4 weeks, do you know what's going to happen in Nigeria? The poverty elevation and the fact that the entry level is as low as $10. Do you know the ripple effect? When we consistently double our capital and people are making, and it's automated system. There's no human interaction. It just work automated. And you and I, that are leaders, that are building team, we're also going to be getting incentive from leverage. From there, we can carry the incentives and compound, increase our wallet, increase our funding for the bot. We keep on getting bigger. This is massive, guys. And I'm super pumped and I'm super excited. But I've had a long day, so on this call, I really need to rest at this time. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you actually manage my voice because, man, it's been back-to-back meetings, back-to-back work and all that. So I'm a little stretched. So please, I want to apologize if my seminar has not been the way it used to be. So apologies, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Mr. Bayomi. Thank you so much for having me, all the leaders on the call. I appreciate you. I want to say a very massive thank you to my great leader, Mr. Patrick. I celebrate you. Mr. Obafemi, thank you so much for having me. And I'm super, super grateful. And to all the teams of Craft. Sorry if I didn't pronounce the name very well. I want to say massive thank you to every one of you.
Royce
Craft, or what do you mean?
Royce Craft. Royce Craft.
Royce Craft.
Yes,
it's
Royce
good to
Craft.
be an Igbo man. Like Obasanjo said, English is not our traditional language, so apologies.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Even in the Western world is talking about English. Anyway, I don't forget, you are now
Now French, I did talk. Now French, I do. Oga don't bring me out. You want to make everybody know, say I know the Nigeria. Now what for you, Oga? Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thanks. So much, that was a wonderful presentation. Yeah. So it was nice having you. You actually told me it was quite a tight schedule for you, but then you made our time to be here for us, you know, this evening. And I must say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, guys, you already see this is an awesome opportunity for everyone who is a smart investor to leverage on and change their lives. You know, without saying much, the decision is always in your hands. And of course, you know that the biggest wealth transfer in history is about to happen, you know, in the coming months. And how are you going to, you know, partake in this? It's by strategic positioning. There is no magic. Strategic positioning in projects that are highly promising, you know, with land us the financial fortune that we need. Just like my boss, Mr. Ayobami, will say, he said he wants to buy a property in Piccadilly. So that's, you know, that's his major goal, you know, and then, you know, the machines he prices every day. You see the vision board, the kind of machines he has there. Some of them are worth like 600 million, 500 million to buy. It's money that buys all this. Okay, so if you want to be in that league, you know, this is one opportunity that we know and believe in. You know, it's really going to turn lives around in a couple of months to come. It could happen, you know, very easily. On our Zoom call last night, Louis Guy said that this could happen within a week. It could happen within a month. It could happen within the next 6 months, 1 year or 2 years. Of course, we already know in this community, we've announced that the next bull run is going to commence in 2024. So what this entails is simple. We are not really accumulating assets now, and when it is time, we give it out to you. One of such assets to accumulate right now is Alya. And the reason why you're accumulating Alya is because you have the tendency to increase the number of tokens that you have within now and the next 1 year. Why? Because you're earning on average between 10 and 15%, of your tokens every single month. When you calculate this, it simply means in 10 months, you should be, on average, 100% of your total tokens. Look at the potential growth of this token in regards to the utilities that are being built. And the first utility for the coin will be released end of next month. We're talking about next month, less than 6 weeks from today. Imagine what the price of Alya could be by the end of the year. The question is, how many Alya tokens would you be worth by then? If you have 10,000 Alya in quotes, and probably the token gets to as high as maybe $10, it means you will be rich by $100,000. And if you have 100,000 Alya between now and December, and the price gets to $10, then it means you become a millionaire in dollar. Of course, the end goal of every entrepreneur right now is to become a millionaire in dollar. We are all tired of being millionaires in Naira. So the next goal is, crossing that next phase. If you are not already a multi-millionaire in dollar, then that should be your next target. Okay, so we look forward to having big breakthrough, with this project. And I really want to say thank you everyone for listening. And I make way for my boss, Mr. Ayobami, to take over and give the outro for the call. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Prince Patrick. Thank you, Coach K. We really appreciate you. We don't take this for granted. We really appreciate you. Right, everyone on the call, thank you very much for your time. Please, if you have any question, whatever question, please raise up your hand, and then ask your question. You'll be asked to mute and ask your question. If you have any question, please ask your question. Right, I would like to point out something. One of the things that Coach spoke about in the while presenting, the ecosystem of Alya, and that is the Alya wallet. How many of us on this call remember what TWT, that token, Trust Wallet token, did 2021? Does anybody know what Trust Wallet token do? What is the use case? I don't know. I don't know what the use case of Trust Wallet token is. And then it made some people stupidly rich. All right. Now, the kind of wallet Alya is building, by the time it is released, I don't think anything like it exists. I don't think. And then, of course, when it's released, all of us will be able to see and then compare to whatever we have in the market. So this project seems like the kind of breakthrough some of us have been, waiting for, and we have it in our hands right now. So I really advise that we take it, very seriously, and then run as fast as possible. All right, CEO, please ask a question. Unmute yourself and ask a question, please. CEO.
All right, thank you, boss. Good evening. Yeah, this is Diamond speaking. Okay, my question is this. Okay, firstly, I want to appreciate you for the webinar. I really enjoy it. But my question is this. Now, when it comes to Team 6, my own observation is, from my own Team 6, it is only those that are registered directly under me that have been recorded for the Team 6. How do I mean? Okay, let's say, for instance, Mr. Ayobami referred me and I registered under him. I will be recorded under him as part of his Team 6. But when I refer, you understand? So I didn't get the Team 6 addition, like the next generation like that. Is it that generation team sales does not actually work with your own personal team
No,
sales?
it does. See you, I told you. It does. I told you that we end to 10th generation, but you need to qualify for it. You can end to 10th generation and they will count for your cumulative sales, but it does not happen instantly. You yourself, you need to qualify to be able to, for that to reflect. I'm going to share my screen and show it to you.
Okay, okay.
I'm sharing my screen right now for us to get practical, for you to see something. It counts. That's a good question. Thank you so much for the question. Look at it here. You see the sales in level 1 that I myself was able to bring in this account is 33,981.
Yes, sir.
These people that are here in my first generation, whoever they are, or let's even go to where they are for you to see. You'll see the team list. Let's click on this. You see level 1. Level 1 means all these people are in my first generation. Are you seeing them?
Yes, sir.
Sales. All these sales you are seeing first generation. Let me change this to 100. So you can see, you see all of them, all these ones, all these sales is what add up to the 33,000 you're seeing over there.
Okay.
But the beautiful thing is there's also the second level. I'm coming, okay? Let's move to the second slide. Okay, yes, you can see them. Look at the second generation. You see them here. All these ones are seeing 0. They've registered, but they've not activated. Once they have activated, you see money there. This one has activated, you see the team, you see the person's stake, you see blank. That's how you start seeing them. That's how you start seeing them. You understand? This is second generation. You move to the second slide, you still see quite a number of people in second generation. So it does count, and you can assess them, and you can see those people in your second generation. You can see what they are doing and how well they are doing. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, but
If
when
it
it
doesn't,
comes
feel
to
free to
the,
ask again, because
it's okay.
you need to understand it, because it's from your
Sure.
understanding you become passionate about it.
Of course. So my own concern is this. I believe that there are some certain qualifications that make you to actually earn in those generations. You understand? But at my own level, okay, now let's say for instance, I want to earn in second generation. What is this qualification?
It's very easy. Let me show you.
Okay.
I guess you came late because I did.
Yes, I came late actually.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll just
Thank you, sir.
you go to career level,
Okay.
because you want to earn in level. So
Okay.
second level, that means you yourself must have done 200, minimum of 250 a year.
Okay.
Then the people you have brought in should have done as much as 2,000 a year.
Okay. I've gotten the answer to the question I asked rather.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
And please take note that one person can give you that 2,000 a year. One
yes,
person, two persons have given me 50,000 a year each.
Wow.
Yes. So one person alone can take you to Ruby, just the right person. And people you are not even expecting. So keep on disseminating information. Stay positive. Get excited, and you will get there.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Any other questions? CEO, you can drop your hand. Thank you so much.
Do we have any other question, please?
Fadaka, all you need to do is reach out to our great organizer and boss. He'll be able to put you through. The question you're asking is, how do you start? Oga will be able to put you through.
Mr. Sosa, we'll talk after now.
Okay, boss.
Yeah. Okay, slots main limited. Please go ahead, sir.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
We
please.
can hear you, sir.
Okay, I'm good. Okay, for those of us who are actually interested in promoting Alya, like me, for example, I have people that we've built over time in the multi-level marketing area. And by the way, my office is at Ikeja. I have an office in Ikeja, and I think Ikeja is actually very, very central in Lagos. So I'm asking because we are looking at the area of organizing physical seminars. bringing people on board, letting them know more about Alya and doing registration at the office. Like I asked that question previously, and I think the host took read out the questions wrongly. What we're asking for is if we are organizing seminars on behalf of Alya in Lagos, in Ikeja, can we also get a resource person? Because I personally does not know much about Alya at the moment. Can we also get a resource person from your side to come give a lecture at probably for a day at our own facility? We will provide the people, then you just come and give them the talk. Then from there, I can also build up myself to also face them and be giving lectures. Maybe we can have the training maybe thrice a week at a physical location in Lagos there. Thank you.
Where exactly is your office in Ikeja?
Okay, Obakra, Anifoshi.
Okay.
Office is in Ikeja. My office is actually off Adeni Jones,
Okay.
Ashogbo Street.
Okay.
All right. So we'll talk about now to organize meetings. Yes, let's do this. There's no problem about that. Resource person, you have.
I think in addition, sir, one thing I can do is working with Mr. Obafemi. I will let Mr. Obafemi know when I will sneak into Nigeria. We'll organize a big one. You can team up with Oga, so it will be big. But for the immediate one of the seminar you want to start, which is a good one, Mr. Obafemi can always organize somebody for you. But if he thinks he needs support from my end to send somebody, he will let me know, then I will send you someone.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Any other question, family? Any other question? All right. If there's no other question, I want to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to Coach K. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir. And to everyone on this call, please reach out to the people that invited you. Let us get this started. This is big, guys. This is very, very big. It is easy, not clumsy. No, it's not difficult. It is straightforward. And then we can see how genuine, the project looks in terms of ecosystem and everything. It is robust. All right. Let us go back to the people that invited us. Like Coach K said, for anyone that invited you to this meeting, he said you should say a very big thank you. I would say you should go and buy chicken for that person. Let him eat the soup.
And also, sir, it is very important. Investment loves is very sensitive to timing.
Timing, exactly.
And investment loves speed.
Right.
I want to plead with every one of you. We do not have opportunities like this all the time in this space. Sometimes we just have some unique, outstanding opportunity that we can leverage on and max out. But you and I know that in our country presently, there is nothing as revolutionary, as comforting as making money every day. Not in Naira, but in dollars. So to now know that the system is going to be automated, to now know that I can start with as low as $10, to now know that I don't need to pay the system kobo. I only pay 30% of my profit. I tell you the truth, once it is launched next month, give it 30 days after it has gone viral. So every one of you on the call here, you are one of the privileged ones. That is going to be, this is something that has not been launched. We are the one that is going to position. It is time for takeover. Position now, every one of you. Whatever sacrifice you're going to make it now. Now is not the time to say, I don't have the seed capital. If there's anything you have not been using in your house for the past 6 months, 1 year, you have never used it. That means you can do away with it. Turn it to money. Turn it to your seed capital. You can buy that thing back later 20 times. Turn it to seed capital. It's very important. Once again, I thank my great leader, Leader Patrick, and my beloved brother and leader also, Mr. Obafemi. I love you dearly, sir. And I will see you shortly. I'm coming to Lagos for us to storm Lagos physically. And we'll go to Port Harcourt together. And I'm trusting that we'll be in Turkey together for November. I love you, everyone.
Thank
and
you so
from
much.
my end, I say good night. God bless you.
Thank you so much. God bless you, sir. Please enjoy the rest of your evening. So everyone, Mr. Busayo, you can reach out to me, reach out to the person that invited you, everyone. Let us, let us take it to the next level. If you are not following us, you can follow us on our social media handles. The admin will drop, and I'm sure he has dropped them. He has dropped everything on the chat box. Take time and look at it, and let us take this business to the next level. Mr. Shegu, are you on this call? Thank you very much for all you do. Thank you very much. Mami Folusho from UK, thank you so much. Madam Doris, thank you. Everyone, thank you. Please do enjoy the rest of your evening. If you have any question, please come to the group. Let us, talk about it, and then we take it to the next level. Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, and God bless.